Hey guys, welcome to a brand new video to the channel and welcome to the Runescape free Wiki's money making guides for combat. Now first of all, I'd like to apologise for not doing this last month. Between the content and me taking a little bit of a break, this was one of the videos which kind of got put to one side and I thought I'd just catch it up with a bit of a break. Now if you don't know what these videos are, we go through the Wiki's recommended money making guides and sort of highlights any ones which are up in price, low in price, worthwhile doing, and any little tips and tricks to throw in with that as well. So this is basically an overview video where we're looking at all the different money makers, and then during the month I'll jump in on any really good ones to just break them down a little bit more and sort of give you my point of view of it, my opinion of it, as well as any tips and tricks to make that method any better for yourselves. Now with this, and I state this a lot in my videos as well, the wiki is simply a guide for you to go and sort of have a look into, work out the margins and see if that method is worthwhile for you. So we're just going off a guide of what the wiki is suggesting, which is normally based on grand exchange prices, and you know from Market Watch and other videos we do, the grand exchange might not always be accurate. So without further ado, let's go and jump in and go through the combat money making methods for June. So as always, with the first few methods, these are more team-based, higher level PVMers, and if PVMers are able to do these kind of methods, these videos aren't really aimed for you. They're sort of people building that account up, looking to break into the high tiers of PVM with a little bit of GP to back them up with that as well. So currently tell us 220 mil for a 200 kill streak at 4K. And then we're sort of working in things like Sanctum of the Rebirth, which is 172 mil per hour. Zamorak at 2000 and Rage 129. Zuck hard mode, which is slowly crept up over the past couple of months now, 111 mil per hour. As well as AOD now for a duo, 110 mil there. We have AOD solo, 94 mil, and I'm kind of just skipping through the high tier stuff until we hit a method which is more associated to the standard normal combat method, which is going to be Ripper Demons at 64.7 mil. Now this is the method I've promised for maybe a year I will get to learning, and I do promise I will learn it and I will show you guys at some point. But this is in the wilderness, using cannons, using a sort of safe spot to optimize as well. And the reason that Ripper Demons are at this price is because of binding contracts. So the binding contracts you would need to be noting and also have the contracts available to do as well. But a very good way to do a Slayer task, a very good way to get a pet is to harvest them before the binding contracts to make some profits on the side. Ryziel first Necromancer, 64 mil per hour, and again, a solid boss to learn rotations. Really good way to get into Necromancy as well. 64 mil, yes, it's not the heights of what it was a couple of months ago to a year ago, but it's still very, very good profit. We have Solak, 53.2. We have Raksha, 49.7, and I'm sure somewhere here it is, Araxi, 43.2. These are what I would now class as the upper mid-level bosses before you get to the absolute high tier. They're very good actually. 50 mil seems to be a very good profit. Same with Vorkath to a point as well. Normal mode Vorkath being 50 mil per hour is actually very good. And could also be a point where you could farm things like Vorkath, Raksha and Araxi if you get the rotations sort of around and you understand the boss mechanics. Araxi is definitely one I want to learn and complete. I do think the pets are very, very nice as well. So that's definitely on the list for the main account this year. So we have some more duos and team bosses. We have Moss Golems on tasks at 32.8 mil. This will show you how drastically different they are off task when we pick them out later on, but 32.8 mil for on task. Moss Golems are a must-do task in my opinion. Very good GP, very good XP, but also those Cinderbanes make very good GP as well. So decent task there. Blood Reavers, 32.4 mil. Again, these are based on binding contracts, so if you have the binding contracts available, if you want to do Blood Reavers, they are a lot easier than what the Ripper Demons are. But again, you are sacrificing half the GP per hour doing those as well. Dagannoth Kings, 26.9 mil. Very good profit there. Almost worth it to a point for the main account to go and finish his boss log there. Which will, to be fair, I could go and do that actually because that's very good profit. Dag Kings aren't hard at all. Especially if you've got the Dagannoth Mask as well. You can force the task and get a chance of double loots. You can make more profit than that 27 mil per hour. Hellhounds, 24 mil, binding contract task as well. In my opinion, if you are looking to farm things like clue scrolls, if you do binding contracts, you can kind of get away with buying things like skips and stuff like that. It's just a way to make money alongside clue scrolls, even though the clue scrolls will base like a lot of GP and make you a lot of profit as well. Catfly King solo, 22.8 mil, Virago solo, 20.5. If you're capable of doing these solo, that GP is not worth your time. In my opinion, go do the high level boss. Unless you enjoy it, then by all means, go for that. Legions to make the Ascension crossbows, 20.2 mil there per hour. Probably the best time in a while to go and do the log. If you're really interested in completing the pets, finishing the log, this has probably been the most profit it's been for a very long time. So I'd go and do it now. And you can make the most money possible while completing the log. Hellwear 16.8, pretty good price there actually, that's not too bad. And Kerapack as well, 18.4 for normal mode, very good actually. There must be a base drop which is very high for Kerapack to be that kind of price. Hellwear, the items are used for the Masterwork staff and stuff, so that's why I imagine that's up in price. But nice to see that that's there. Hellwear is quite campable with, well, it was with Crypt Bloom. I wonder if it's still worth doing. Maybe we're going to pay a little bit of a visit. Mid-level Dagonoth Kings, 16.2. We have some of the Rex Matriarchs here. 14.9 mil for that one. The Giant Mimic Elite, 15 mil per hour. Lava Strike Worms, 14.1. That will all be base for the Ashes. If you have things like the Death Note perk, again, very good there. Osseous, 13.2. Vine Crawlers, 13 mil. Calgarian Demons, 12.9. Again, these are binding contract monsters, so we'll need to have binding contracts to do that. But again, if you got them for a task, could be worth doing if you wanted to. Sacred Oil, 12.7, still solid and still such a good price for what it is. This is just by playing the Shades of Water minigame. Your main problem is finding people to play it with you, but I think the world has a little bit of activity as well. They've actually brought in a dummy to support with the Shades, which does do a decent job actually. So you could solo it, so definitely go and give that a try. It's a pretty decent little minigame to be fair. High level Greg, 12.7, Nightmares, 11.7. There we have another Rex Matriarch, 11.5 mil. Sanctum Rebirth, normal mode, 10.3. Corrupted Scorpions on Slayer task, 10.2. And that is for the keys. Once you're off task, the rate dramatically drops, so they're not really worth it. Capsaris, a Rogue One coming in, 10 mil per hour of Capsaris at the minute. And that's kind of pushing to the fact the Ascension keys are slightly up in price. And they're making money making the crossbow, so people will then want to buy the keys. Which means Capsaris, which are one of the best AFK methods in the game. Just in your personal Slayer dungeon, 10 mil per hour, really, really good. Green Dragons, 9 mil. Corporal Beasts, 9 mil there. Absol Beasts, 9 mil per hour. Again, fantastic way to train Necromancy. Very, very good. Unspeakable Horrors, 8.8. Moss Golems, which you mentioned earlier on, they're on task, they were 32 mil per hour. Off task, 8.8. Such a drop, and I would only really recommend you guys doing Moss Golems if you have the Slayer cards, which I don't think is worth it for the sheer price you're going to pay, but also for a task as well. Magister, 8.7. Wyverns, 8.3. Crystal Shapeshifters, 8.1 mil per hour. High level Barrows, down a little bit, 8 mil per hour. That was holding 10 mil for quite a while, so very, very good. And the Aerits are 7.4. Decent task, actually, if you've got the Master Farm, actually, that's not too bad. Frost Dragons at 6.8, we have Mimic Beginner 6.6 and Hard 6.5. Killing Normal Abyssal Demons 6.3 mil per hour. Still the OG best task for mid-levels in my opinion. Abyssal Demons still just have this essence about them where they're just still such good GP for the XP you're going to get as well. They're going to be really good XP, really good way to train your invention, your other skills, and you'll make quite a decent chunk of money from as well. Kriara, 5.8 mil. Gladite, 5.6. We have another Rex Matriarch, 5.6. Krill, high levels, 5.6 mil per hour. Pythons, level 30 Slayer, 5.4 mil per hour. And this will probably be down to the Ashes. I imagine the Ashes are, yeah, decent price for the Ashes, which is why that's so high. But if you have a look, the Ashes, a volume of only 36,000 per day, which is kind of why they're sort of pushing up in price. It don't take long to buy those out, and then the Ashes price starts to go up as a result as well. We have Griffalo Plines, 5.3, IWF Scouts, 5.2, Absol Demons with Melee and a Death Note Relic, 5.1 mil per hour, Akarian Mammoths, 5 mil per hour, Enemies, 4.6. They've kind of been hurt a lot by the Blood Necklace price. That's gone down so much fit. Yes, Enemies are such a good Slayer task, really, really good drops and stuff, but the price on the Blood Shard really just doesn't make them worth it anymore. So you average it 1.5 mil per hour, and that's a 0.88 chance to get him as well. So the Crystal racks up, and all the other drops do rack up as well. They're very good for out drops as well. But 4.6 mil per hour, in my opinion now, maybe a skippable task. Animan Dragons, 4.6. Automatons, 4.5. Jad Farming, 4.2. Rararis, 4.2 as well. Salwa Axe, 4.1 mil. Muspers, 3.8. Fire Lords and Fire Ladies at 3.7 mil per hour, but still worth it just for the sheer training XP you're going to get from them. They're going to be one of the best ways to train combat, fire making, prayer, a little bit of farming if you've got Cedar Side as well. Really, really good way to go and train, especially if you're an Iron Man, probably the best way to train. Ganondorf Beast, 3.5 mil per hour. Spiritual Warriors, 3.4. Dark Beast, 3.5 mil per hour as well. Again, some of those are very good Slayer tasks, very good Slayer Mask tasks as well. If you want to farm points, you make a little bit of money by the side as well. Chickens up in price, 2.5 mil per hour. So chickens earn you 6,000 coins less than killing Abyssal Demons with melee. That's just RS3 in a nutshell. So Yep, chickens still reigning supreme as that low level moneymaker as well. We've got mid-level Hellwit and Vindicta, normal skeleton wyverns at 2 mil as well, spiritual mages 2 mil. We have mid-level Greg. Adolescents White Wolves 1.8 mil per hour, which outperforms things like Celestial Dragons, which needs quests. Guards 1.7 mil per hour. And then the final one, which we do finish this on, is the Rabbits. Rabbits are lesser money than chickens at 1.6 mil per hour. And this shows you like the dramatic difference. You can earn another mil extra at something like chickens. The only thing is that rabbits are so much more convenient to bank. Rabbits, you really aren't far away from a bank in Burthorpe, whereas with chickens, it can be a little bit annoying. But kill chickens in Lumbridge, near where the Combat Academy is, and you will get a decent bank anyway. However, that is going to wrap up this month's RuneScape 3 Wiki's combat money-making methods. Again, some things which stick out there, some things which are up in price. Again, some of the PVM bosses are still printing money. I mean, like Dagannoth Kings have been in the game for how long now? And high levels, 27 mil per hour. Again, jumping complete those logs while they're up in price. Dagannoth Kings and also the Ascension Crossbows seem to be as high as I've seen them in a long time. Cash in on them now, complete the logs, and you'll make a little bit of bank while doing it as well. However, thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you've got any suggestions of combat methods, anything you're doing currently which is different to what we've gone through now, which is printing, let us know if you want to in the comments. We can always get those nice little discussions going on as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys very soon in the next video.